Everyone, for any Grand Theft Auto 5 veteran, the game as we know it is a masterpiece. But what if we told you it could have been even more ambitious? Thanks to ongoing data mining and revelations from within the game's files, we're continuously unearthing fascinating glimpses into what GTA 5 was like during its development. From altered mechanics to entirely scrapped systems, these discoveries show just how much iteration and change happens before a game hits the shelves. Today, we're diving into some of the most intriguing cut content and early concepts from GTA 5. Let's peel back the layers and see what could have been. First up, arguably the most talked about piece of cut content that continues to perplex the community, the 6-star wanted level. This is by far the game's fan base's most lamented cut. GTA 5's own files make direct and clear references to a 6th wanted level, which perfectly aligns with the tradition established in all previous Grand Theft Auto titles. Yet for reasons still debated, a break from tradition was required and the maximum wanted level was capped at 5 stars. But the omission of the 6th star isn't the full extent of this cut content. Several assets pertaining to law enforcement vehicles that would have pursued players in the original wanted system were scrapped entirely. We're talking about vehicles like the Annihilator helicopter, which eventually made it into GTA Online, but not the base game. The Police Fugitive.
Moving on, we uncover a lesser-known but no less awesome cut feature that would have radically transformed GTA 5's multiplayer, Gang Wars. This wasn't just a side activity, it was an ambitious faction-based gang warfare structure that envisioned players affiliating with specific organizations, working cooperatively with their fellow members in a turf war. The files revealing this initial approach were actually discovered in 2016, 3 years after the game's release, indicating just how early in development this concept existed. We're talking about a phase so rudimentary that the associated files included a working Chihuahua hot dogs logo that was literally hand-scribbled rather than a polished graphic. Despite its early stage, the concept was deeply ingrained into the fabric of this version of the game. Mission markers and map sections were designed to show territory control, suggesting this gang feature would have formed the basis of all activities in GTA Online. This echoes the popular turf war system from GTA San Andreas, a mechanic that had since given GTA 5 revisits the same setting. An incredibly interesting aspect of this early Gang Wars vision was that one of the factions were cops, meaning players would have had the chance to pick playable police officers. This is particularly significant because ever since GTA 5's release, a police DLC has been possibly the single most requested addition, leading to numerous massive mods converting the game into a law enforcement simulator. The idea that Rockstar originally considered a mechanic allowing players to embody law enforcement within a faction system shows a bold divergent path from what GTA Online ultimately became.
Next up, let's talk about the sheer volume of vehicles that almost made it into the single-player experience of GTA 5. A whole lot of vehicles. While the final game certainly sported an impressive lineup, especially compared to its multiplayer counterpart, Online, which has been consistently fed with DLC since 2013. The original vision included even more. The game files of GTA 5 are, quite literally, a vehicle graveyard full of unused assets. Data miners have uncovered entire vehicles ready to go within these files that couldn't be accessed without mods or spawning, despite being complete. Beyond these fully realized but hidden models, there were also scraps of near-finished vehicles that modders have attempted to restore, and even stray bits of code referencing vehicles that we know nothing about beyond their internal working names. Among these prominent cut vehicles was the Hunter Attack helicopter. Based on the iconic Apache, the Hunter was actually featured in one of GTA 5's trailers, but didn't make it into the base game. It wasn't until late 2017 that this formidable aircraft finally appeared in a GTA Online DLC. Another highly anticipated yet ultimately cut vehicle from single player was the Hydra, which later became the much-hated bane of Online. This pattern highlights how many vehicles originally planned for the core game found a second life and a different purpose within the evolving landscape of GTA Online. Moving forward, let's look at a feature that became a cornerstone of GTA Online, but was initially handled quite differently in the single-player game, buying properties online.
In GTA 5 single player, while Rockstar did create a satirized but rather in-depth faux internet for players to browse in-game, property purchases had to be done manually. You couldn't just pull out your phone and buy a new garage or apartment from a website. This approach, while arguably realistic, could be a bit of an inconvenience. However, this is where GTA Online truly diverged. The ability to purchase properties through various in-game websites not only resurfaced in the online component, but ended up comprising a huge part of GTA Online. This shift made property acquisition much more streamlined and convenient, spoiling players with its ease. The transition highlights Rockstar's adaptive design process, taking elements that might have felt cumbersome in a solo experience and transforming them into a seamless core mechanic for the ever-evolving online world. Next, we have a fascinating social media tidbit. Michael and Trevor had Hush Mush accounts. For those unfamiliar, Hush Mush is GTA 5's in-game parody of a dating or social networking site. Discovered by data miners after the PC version of the game launched, the files contain unused profile images for Michael, Trevor, and even Amanda, Michael's wife. These images were intended for the in-game hushmush.com dating website. Even more intriguingly, within the game's language files, there were messages that would have occurred if the player would have contacted a person with these profile images being sent via text. For example, it's known that this could have led to Michael getting angry after finding out Foxy Mama was Amanda. This cut feature suggests a much deeper and more interactive social media layer was planned for the protagonists. It hints at potential unique missions, character interactions, or even relationship dynamics that could have played out through these in-game profiles, offering a very different facet to their personal lives and potentially leading to comedic or dramatic scenarios involving their online personas. A feature many players have wished for, the ability to stream music on your phone. The leaked images clearly show a phone interface with Radio Los Santos streaming and categories for various radio stations like Rebel Radio, Non-Stop Pop, and West Coast Classics. This cut feature would have allowed characters to pull out some earbuds and plug them into your phone and listen to the radio through the phone while on foot or riding a bike. While we're used to the radio only playing in vehicles, this would have extended the game's iconic soundtrack into free roam, offering a constant score to your adventures outside of a car. The reason for this feature being cut likely came down to the sheer volume of content it would demand. For an always-on radio experience to feel fresh, Rockstar would have needed orders of magnitude more songs, scripted talk shows, and commercials to prevent repetition, which was likely prohibitively expensive. While the feature didn't make it into GTA 5 single player, its existence in the beta file shows that Rockstar considered this level of immersion a detail many hope to see implemented in future titles like GTA 6. Another intriguing find from the game's files is a beta Rockstar Editor logo. The Rockstar Editor, a powerful tool that allows players to create, edit, and share gameplay videos, was a significant post-launch addition to GTA 5, particularly on PC. The discovery of an early unpolished logo within the game's foundational files suggests that the Rockstar Editor was conceived and planned much earlier in the development cycle than its eventual release. This indicates that Rockstar had the vision for robust player-generated content and cinematic tools from a very early stage. Its presence in beta files underscores a long-term commitment to providing players with creative capabilities, a feature that has become a staple for content creators and a testament to the game's enduring popularity. Next up, a subtle but interesting visual change from GTA Online's early development. The online weapon wheel originally had a yellow bar when selecting weapons. This can be clearly seen in early promotional material and beta files. However, this aesthetic was later switched to blue in the final game. This minor color alteration, evident even in the online gameplay trailer, highlights the continuous refinement that game interfaces undergo throughout development. It shows how even seemingly small design choices, like the color of a selection bar, are iterated upon to achieve the final polished look. While just a visual tweak, it offers a glimpse into the meticulous process of UI/UX design at Rockstar, where every element is considered and reconsidered. We get a glimpse into the evolution of character design with images of an early Professor Rushkovsky found in the game's files. For those who played GTA 5, Professor Rushkovsky is a key character from the Humane Labs raid heist in GTA Online, a brilliant but eccentric scientist. The discovery of these early images reveals that his appearance underwent significant changes during development. While the final version of Rushkovsky is recognizable, these beta models show a different iteration, perhaps a younger or more rugged look than the slightly unkempt, disheveled professor we know. This isn't uncommon in game development, where character models are continuously refined to match their personality and narrative role as the story solidifies. It highlights the iterative process of bringing characters to life, ensuring their visual design perfectly complements their role in the game's unfolding narrative.
Next, we uncover a significant overhaul in GTA 5's control scheme, specifically how players access weapons and manage vehicle functions. According to early build logs of the game, the weapon wheel was once used when switching weapons in a vehicle. This is a stark contrast to the final game, where weapon swapping in vehicles is done with a quick tap, not the wheel. These logs detail a series of control changes that happened during development. Originally, the weapon wheel was activated by L1-LB button. However, it was then explicitly noted that the weapon wheel has been removed from vehicles, replaced with square to change weapons. This decision streamlined combat while driving, opting for a quicker, context-sensitive swap over the full weapon wheel. Finally, for this section, a small but intriguing detail about a minor character's evolution. Ricky originally wore glasses. Ricky, for those who remember him, is a supporting character connected to Franklin's storyline, often seen at the Vanilla Unicorn strip club. A leaked image from the game's files, possibly an ID badge, shows an early render or concept of Ricky clearly sporting spectacles. This indicates that his character design underwent revisions during development. Such minor alterations are common as characters are finalized, perhaps to better fit their personality, role, or simply to refine their visual distinctiveness. It's a tiny detail, but it offers a rare glimpse into the iterative process of bringing even background characters to life in the vast world of GTA 5.
Finally, we close out our look at GTA 5's beta content with a small yet charming character detail. At one point in development during the memorable mission, Did Somebody Say Yoga?, Michael's wife Amanda originally had a ponytail. However, in the final version of the game, her hair was changed to a bun. This minor aesthetic alteration is a perfect example of the subtle refinements that occur throughout a game's development cycle. Character designs are constantly tweaked and polished, even down to a hairstyle, to ensure they fit the artistic vision and the character's personality. While a small change, it illustrates the meticulous attention to detail Rockstar applies, continually refining every element until the very last stages. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into Grand Theft Auto 5's fascinating cut content and early development. From the lost 6-star wanted level to hidden vehicles and scrap social features, it's clear how much evolution shaped the game we know. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through what could have been, please like this video and subscribe for more gaming insight.